The challenge is to engage stranger in conversation about music and give them a brochure to come to our concert. Each contestant has 8 brochures to give out, and there's a 20-minute limit. Whoever gives out the most wins. Whoever gives out the least loses.
Unfortunately, we're leaving tomorrow.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm only here on the weekends.
I'm part of this piano festival.
Great.
All of us right here are pianists.
Oh, great. Okay,
Thank you so much.
I think I'm leaving tomorrow.
There's a great piano festival here. Would you like to check it out?
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Sure, thank you. Thank you. Wait, they're watching, do they see?
We're actually leaving tomorrow morning.
Everyone is leaving tomorrow!
Oh, sure. I'll check it out. Thanks.
You guys enjoy music? There's a great festival, music festival here. If you'd like to check it out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm here at Pianofest.
I'm not going to be here Monday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty awesome.
Cool.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Everybody, 22nd, my baby name. Okay? You'd like a brochure?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No more about it.
I needed that hairspray.
You guys like a brochure? Check out the festival.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks. Never mind. Yeah. Much terrific.
Thank you very much.
Those of you who are watching this show and paying any attention at all already know the winner. But right now, we're going to reveal to you our punishment. So guys, the punishment is, we have a tie. We have 2 people who gave out the least number of brochures, but that number is the same, 4. They're going to draw lots, like a raffle, 4 each, out of the basket. Each one of those pieces of paper will have a number on it. The number will correlate to an item of food in the kitchen that eventually then will be blended and they will have to drink it. Jeremy, you have a situation! No. Now it is up to you to decide what those ingredients are.
Mustard.
Parmesan cheese.
Orange juice. Orange mixed with other stuff. Get that real quick. Onions. Mayonnaise.
No.
Ginger. Guys, this sounds like a really awesome barbecue sauce so far.
Oh,
so like, let's step up our game.
Garlic.
Cold cuts.
Olive juice.
Egg.
Yeah.
Chinese food.
General Tso's
chicken.
Shut up. Number 1. Coconut butter. Second, mustard. Orange juice. Mayo. Onions. Vinegar. Eggs. Bread. Jam. Leftover Chinese. Special. And Nutella.
For those of you who watched the show carefully, you already know who the winner is. But for those of you who didn't, the winner is Josephine. Josephine managed to give out 8 brochures in the rain on Georgia Beach in East Hampton. Plot thickens. The loser is it's a tie. We have
Wow.
2 losers. Both Vlad and Soyeon gave out only 4 brochures. Each one of our tie challenge losers will draw 4 tickets from the basket that represent a number. That number represents an item of food in this kitchen. Put together, those items of food will be blended. And tension rises in the room. So is the temperature of the stove and everybody's blood pressure.
You also get another kind of basket.
Okay. Here is your blender. Ta-da!
Leftover Chinese. Mustard and with Chinese food would be good.
With mustard? Yeah, that's not bad. That could be worse. Orange juice.
That's the death cup right there.
Bon appetit! Get the chalice. The moment of truth has arrived. Breathe, dear.
Does it actually taste good? I want that to be fun.
You just touched it. Just drink.
Wait, drink it all. Drink it all. Drink it all.
It's not bad.
We have a new big sip. Big go. Big go. Big go. Big go. Come on. Go. 7-Eleven style.
Oh my god.
Guys, it should be a shot.
Oh shit! Oh! Not bad.
I think we consider Soyeon redeemed. The first ingredient in this potion is a banana. Be gentle. The second ingredient in this demonic cocktail is strawberry jam.
It's not really demonic.
The third ingredient is raw egg, or what we call a chicken embryo.
Whoa!
And the final ingredient is good old onion. And now, by push of a button, you decide your fate. So now that this health drink is ready,
Oh damn, look how thick that is.
I should say that the texture is rather exotic.
Smell it. Yeah.
Vlad is redeemed. Part of the reward for our winner of the challenge is hosting the next challenge. So stay tuned to see Josephine host the most unexpected and mind-boggling challenge of next week.
Hi, Mr. Shenley, can we talk?
Come in.
Hi, Mr. Shenley. So I just wanted to talk about my performance on Monday, and it's like the first week of Pianofest.
Okay, you better lie down to handle this. So it reminds me of this person who went to the psychiatrist and said, "Doctor, please, what do you think of me? I've been seeing you for 6 months and I don't feel any differently. What do you really think of me?" And the doctor said, "Do you want the truth?" And the patient said, "Yes, please tell me the truth." So the doctor said, "I think you're crazy." And then the patient said, "Well, I'd like a second opinion." And the doctor said, "I think you're ugly too." So I want to be careful. I think when you play very, very softly, it doesn't project. It might project in a practice room, but when you're playing in, in front of a large audience, it just sounds like you're accompanying yourself. So even when you're softest sound, put a little makeup on the melodies and project it out to the end. But actually, you played very beautifully. How do you feel about yourself?
About the
First week-
performance?
Well, the first week at
Oh,
Pianofest.
the first week. I still feel like I'm dreaming. Like it's like a dream come true here. I love being around pianists and we all get along and it's just so great and the boys are really cute.
Well, one of the things about Pianofest is it's not just about playing the piano. And so one of the things that I really like is that you're so involved in optimistic ways, helping out and making other people feel very comfortable and adding your own style to everything we do. So I think you fit in really well into the Hamptons and into Pianofest.
Oh,
And you
thank
bring
you.
your modeling experience to bear in a good way. In fact, I was driving today. I was on Egypt Lane by the post office making a right turn, and you were walking by in this dress, actually, listening to a conversation, I guess, on your phone. and I tried to get your attention, but you were just walking like on a runway.
I was mailing my mom's birthday card actually, and I was on the phone with my sister, so it was like a intense family time for me.
Oh, that's great. And this is kind of intense family time, all the pianists will be
yeah.
there, so great. And I'm looking forward to the next performance.
Great, thank you.
Hello, Mr. Shanley. May I come in? Thank you so much for making time out of your busy schedule on such short notice. It's just been unable to sleep and very, very anxious, so I'm glad we scheduled this.
Well, you know, I used to be always angry at my teacher, Victor Babin. You're Russian, so Victor Babin was Russian also. And I knew sometimes after a performance, I had my own reservations, and he would never criticize me backstage or after the performance, and no matter how much I urged him. And then later he told me, you know, right after a performance, I never criticize my colleagues or my students because they feel already badly right after they've performed, and you shouldn't, they're not able to handle what you say. So I always wait at least a week or so later, and then I might tell them. But never right after the performance. So now it's a week later. Actually, I didn't know what to expect from you because one, at the first lesson, I asked you, can you play me one of your compositions? Because you told me that you like to compose and that actually you were spending a lot of your time here composing just as much as practicing. And then you told me that you don't compose for piano, you only compose for weird combinations of instruments. So I thought, well, what kind of composer is this who won't even compose for his own instrument? And then at the first rehearsal and at the first lesson, you were very, very nervous.
It was, yes.
And I felt it too. And then you walked out on stage and you played with total confidence and projection. I thought it was the best I heard you play, which made me very happy because some people choke up when they're on stage, and other people it brings out their best. And in this case, when you played the Bach Prelude from the English Suite, it was very exciting.
Thank you so much. I think I feel better about myself.
Just being in this area where everybody's practicing difficult pieces and everyone wants to perform, so in some sense, all of life is a competition, but we're trying to set up something that's non-competitive here, where everybody sort of supports the other person. And you've actually been very, very good in interacting with everybody and just being friendly and not withdrawn, which is what I expected when I met you the first time. I think of all the people, when you came, I'd met everybody had smiled and talked to me more than once, and it was several hours before I got a peep out of you. You were wearing black, all black, and you were always in the distance. And then it wasn't until dinner time when we were in line together for dinner that you almost said hi.
Oh, wow. I've met so many wonderful people here. I'm just sure that I've made friends for the rest of my life. And such a supportive community, such a supportive environment for you to just open up to people and share pretty much everything with them.
But how do you feel about yourself not wanting to write for piano? Are you afraid of the piano? Why did you take piano lessons?
Well, writing for piano, it's intimidating. It's very intimidating. It's an instrument that, in many ways, is the most. It's a tool in a way. It's a compositional tool, and it requires the most attention to the colors and the textures, the most imagination to write for piano. Because if you write for using it as a mere tool, then you're just not quite sure what kind of colors to get under the piano. So I feel like it's easier for me to work with string instruments and voices and electronics.
So you're playing it very safe.
Very safe, yeah. I'll get to the piano at some point.
Okay. Well, looking forward to the next.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Charlie.
Okay.
Do you have a moment, Michelle?
Hi.
Hi.
You want my opinion?
Yeah.
Down. Just now, when you came, you talked to me in a whisper. You said, "Hello, Mr. Shanley." You know, very, very, very tiny voice. But when you play, you're very extrovert. In fact, the first time you played for me, Ricordanza, I had to say it's not Passionata. Right. It's not Passionata. But what's your impressions here? This is new for you.
It's really different different from other festivals. I went to the
I can't hear you.
I went to 3 or 4 festivals before here. There, almost everything had competition. So I had to practice this all the day, and then it's really compete to find practice rooms. Everyone was just competing. Here we are in the same house and we are practicing in public in the kitchen. But when I first saw the field was practicing in the kitchen when people were making food, I felt, oh, I cannot do this. I cannot practice in public. But now I am doing that, and then I feel I'm in another family, in host family. So it's not competing at all, and I think I'm really enjoying music just as a musician. This is totally different experience for me in my life, and this is gonna be great memory forever, I think.
It's very exciting to see people come here and adapt, and yes, I do see you in the kitchen, and I do see you, you know, probably doing things you didn't expect without shyness. But that, as I say, pianistically, you play very beautifully. When you played Ricordanza at the rehearsal, sometimes you dropped a lot of notes, or you were a little overly, sometimes you rushed a little bit, but whatever it is, it was very breathless. But when you were on stage, maybe because it was even a better piano, and because you had the benefit of a rehearsal, everything fell through. So you remembered everything that we talked about that you wanted to remember, and you gave a completely confident performance. Everybody really talked about it, and you know, we had cameras on the hands of the pianist, and your hands were so graceful, and I noticed, so that somehow it looked as beautiful as it sounded.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching The Real Pianist of the Hamptons. We hope you enjoyed us. Wait till you see next week's challenge. Winner of this week's challenge, Josephine, will be hosting. It's going to be unbelievable. You're just gonna have to keep watching us. Ciao.